I've never told this story online before. Every time I've thought about typing it out, I stop halfway through and close the tab. But it's been 6 years now, and I think I finally need to get it out of my head. Growing up, my two best friends were Danny and Priya. We lived in a small farming town, the kind of place where there's nothing to do but wander. Every summer since we were about 12, the three of us would ride our bikes out past the edge of town to explore the old abandoned farms scattered along the county line. Most of them had been empty for decades, sold off piece by piece, houses rotting quietly under the sun. We weren't vandals. We just liked the quiet and the feeling that we were the only people in the world who still remembered these places existed. By the time we were 17, we'd been through almost every property within biking distance. So when Danny found an old plat map in his grandfather's shed marking a farm we'd never heard of, we didn't even hesitate. We went that same weekend. The Hargrove place, according to the map, sat at the end of a dirt road, so overgrown we had to walk our bikes the last half-mile. The house itself was unremarkable. Caved-in roof, busted windows, the usual. What caught our attention was the well. It sat maybe 30 feet from the front porch, capped with a heavy wooden lid that looked far newer than anything else on the property. Somebody had maintained that lid. Recently. Priya wanted to leave right then. I don't blame her, looking back. But Danny and I were 17, and stupid and curious, and curiosity always won. We pried the lid off. It wasn't sealed, just heavy, and it came away easier than it should have. I expected the usual well smell, stagnant water, mildew. Instead, it smelled like a refrigerator that's been unplugged for a month. Sweet and wrong. There was no water, just darkness, and a rope ladder bolted to the inner wall, disappearing down past where my flashlight could reach. I want to be clear that nothing made me go down there. I've asked myself that question more times than I can count. Nobody dared me. Nobody pushed me. I just felt like I had to see the bottom. The ladder went down about 20 feet before it opened into something that wasn't a well shaft anymore. A room, carved or dug out, wider than the house above it. My flashlight beam kept catching on things I didn't want to look at directly. Jars. Rows and rows of jars along one wall, too dusty to see what was inside them, and I decided right then I didn't need to know. That's when I heard breathing that wasn't mine. It was slow, deliberate, coming from a corner my flashlight hadn't reached yet. I called up to Danny and Priya, and my voice cracked in half. Danny called back down asking if I was okay. I couldn't answer him because the breathing had stopped the second I spoke, like whatever it was had been listening for me to notice it. I swung the flashlight toward the corner. There was a shape sitting against the wall, a person, knees pulled to their chest, perfectly still, skin the color of the dust around it. I couldn't tell if it was breathing anymore at all. I couldn't tell if it had ever been. Then its head lifted. Not fast. Not slow. Just deliberate, like it had all the time in the world. And its eyes found mine instantly, like it had known exactly where I was standing the whole time. I don't remember climbing that ladder. Danny said I came up so fast I nearly knocked Priya off the edge of the well. I remember the three of us running until our lungs gave out, not stopping to look back once. And I remember that none of us spoke a single word the entire ride home. We told the sheriff's department. They sent someone out that same week. According to them, the well was completely dry, completely empty. No ladder, no room, no jars. Just a hole in the ground, 40 feet to bare rock. Danny and Priya still won't talk about that day. Whenever I bring it up, they change the subject fast enough that I've learned to stop trying. Sometimes I wonder if they saw something different than what I saw, or nothing at all. And I was the only one who went far enough down to find it. I still live near that town. I drive past the turnoff to that dirt road sometimes, and every single time, I keep my eyes on the road ahead. I have never gone back. I don't plan to. But some nights, I swear I can still hear that breathing, right before I fall asleep. Slow, deliberate, waiting for me to notice it again.